Hi Libra, this video is going to be based off what you can expect for love for May. I don't feel like recording my face, so I'm just going to keep this camera on the chart. The chart is just a basic general chart for where the planets are in the cosmos right now currently. So I'm just going to keep the camera on that, and I'll explain what I channeled. Because when I do a Cosmo general reading, this is what I'm channeling. So yeah. So with that being said, Libras, what I channeled for you guys, I don't know why I get tongue-tied every time. It's not even Mercury retrograde. This is literally just my life. Okay, so what can you guys be expecting when it comes to love for May? I felt like I was seeing you guys trying to balance out matters of the heart within your mind. Things that don't make much sense, you guys try to leave it to the wayside. I felt like you guys are trying to become a King of Swords within tarot. So like King of Swords, you know, and this doesn't matter because I feel like a majority of people who watch tarot, it's mainly women, and it is men too, but it's you know, it's mainly women though at the end of the day, and that's not like to talk shit. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just saying it is what it is. So King of Swords is basically mental clarity. It's making a decision based off of logic, pretty much. It's based off of it's also balance as well. It's not really neglecting the heart too much, but it's more so balance, I want to say. Let's see, clearing the mind, leaving something behind, which I feel like makes sense because this is what the cosmos is pretty much giving us the gift to do at this time. Thanks to the solar eclipse, which again, I'm going to get into this energy because I feel like you guys are really feeling it. Or going to feel it if you're not already. Focusing on yourselves and possibly your appearance and your body. Feeling good by releasing something and letting something go. It was like a focusing on you type of energy. Definitely like a hot girl summer type of energy. And I feel like this makes sense for Libra energy just because you guys are ruled by Venus. So, you know, Libra is, you know, and I'm not like talking shit when I say this, but it's with Venus energy, it's all about aesthetics. And when I say all about, I don't mean like you guys are only all about aesthetics. No, but aesthetics are very important to Libras. Getting your makeup done right, having your nails done. And I know this just from being a rising Libra when my nail polish doesn't look good. And like I'm able to let that shit linger because I'm not a Libra, but I notice every little thing. And if I were a Libra, I probably wouldn't let it linger for as long as I do and be bothered by it. Like I'd probably be making the appointment right away or just taking care of it myself, but I don't. Instead, I just like look at it. I'm like, fuck my life. Like, I can't believe I have to redo my nails again, you know, like, and it really bothers me. Or like, I'm constantly making comments about my hair. I'm constantly like noticing things about my face, or I'm like, I don't know. Or like when I knew I was going to do YouTube, I knew I had to push myself. And this is going to sound so ridiculous, but I knew I had to push myself to like make a video on my own private Instagram with no makeup, because when you push yourself to go onto YouTube, you're open to being ridiculed. And it's like, I was like, ah, shit, I don't know if I'm ready to do that. So like, I knew I had to like push myself some way. And like, I hate the way I look without makeup. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to do this for myself. Did anybody else get it? No, nobody else knew. Whatever. I didn't fucking care. But like, I had to do that and it killed my soul, but at the same time it like evolved a part of my soul. But that's like my own Libra energy, where it's like that was not aesthetically pleasing to my own eye to do that. Yeah, it's just like an aesthetically, I don't know, you know, like there's so many things that bother me visually, and I'm like, whatever, just ignore it. So yeah, I was definitely picking up on hot girl summer, because it's just like there's something about you guys like working on your physical self, and I feel like it has to do with releasing an energy, and it has to do with where's this smoke coming from? There's nothing lit over here. That's scary. Anyway, I'll just ignore it and hopefully it won't become a problem. Okay, so yeah. So that's what I mean about, you know, you guys are all about aesthetics. There's nothing wrong about it. That's like part of your guys's thing that you're supposed to work with in regards to whatever you guys decide to do in your life. You guys have an eye for beauty. So what else did I say? Manifesting what you guys want. Oh, yes. Okay, so it's like you guys release something, and then there's something else within May that comes along. I was picking up on Neptune energy, and I didn't feel like this was like necessarily daydreaming. Like I definitely was picking up on daydreaming about somebody, but I also was picking up on manifesting. Like you guys are creating this thing, this image of what you want specifically. And then like I feel like it comes along. It's like, and I feel like this has to do with Jupiter Jupiter entering Aries on May 10th, because this is all about all of us feeling that manifestation. Because Jupiter is how we expand our luck, okay? And again, even though we all feel these energies, we're all going to feel these energies on a different spectrum, because it depends where you guys have Jupiter, what degree you guys have Jupiter, which house placement, what zodiac sign you guys have that house placement, what aspects, you know what I mean? So, but Aries, so for example, Jupiter, where you at? You're right in front of me. You're right. Okay, Jupiter. So Jupiter's in Aries, or it's about to be, I'm sorry, May 10th. So Aries is the magician. It's the manifester. This is all about thinking about an idea in your head and then actually going through with it. Now, does that mean you guys have to think about something now and create now in order for it to happen now? No. It just means you guys got to plant the seed, like think of an idea now, and the rest will follow, because I believe Aries will be in Jupiter for a year and a half. But then this other astrologer was saying it's going to be in there for much longer. So I haven't done my research in that yet. So you guys can look into that yourselves. But regardless, this is the time where, if you look back in history when Jupiter was in Aries last, this is also when you can see where you guys were at last time it was. I think it was September 2010. Before then, I think it was January 2000. And there's definitely some type of repetitive pattern happening. Not necessarily the same storyline, obviously, but the same energy, the same type of similar energy storyline. So with that being said, what I'm seeing is that you guys are creating something in your mind when it comes to love. I felt like it was I don't want to say the perfect partner, right? Because perfect is, we don't want to get too carried away with that. But it's like you guys are creating the person you want, what you know you deserve, what you know you need. It's kind of like that King of Swords energy. It's like understanding what works for you guys and not getting too carried away with it. Okay. And then here's the funny part, and it definitely has to do with Jupiter being in Aries. It works out for you guys like right away. It happens right away. It's like magic. And I almost feel like this is what I was picking up on. is that it's because you guys have Aries in your 7th house placement, which is partnerships, marriage, relationships. Now, this isn't going to be the case for all of you guys because everybody's chart's different. Just because you guys are a Libra doesn't mean Libra is going to be in your 1st house placement. And, oh, wait, hold on. Sorry. Follow me here. Because Jupiter is in Aries or entering Aries May 10th, if you guys aren't looking to have children, I keep forgetting to say this for every video, be careful, just because depending on where Jupiter is in your guys' charts, since Aries is all about creating and manifesting. I know that sounds batshit crazy, but this is actually true. Planting the seed, that is actually a physical thing as well. So just be careful. Don't want to forget that. Second, getting back to this, when you guys are reading your horoscopes, if you're into all that shit, I'm not into reading horoscopes just because it's like never, I don't know, like really on point for me at least. When you guys are, if you're into watching like astrology, monthly forecasts, whatever, it's very important that you guys understand this. You shouldn't be watching your actual zodiac sign. You should be watching your rising sign. Okay? And the reason for this is, I'm going to show you right here. Let's say you guys are a rising Aries. This would be an accurate chart to look at. Okay? And I'm going to tell you why. This would be, hold on one second. I'm looking at it from an angle. This would be the 1st placement, the house placement, 2nd house, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, right? So planets, when they're transiting, they're moving all around. So when they say Jupiter is entering Aries, it's going to affect the Aries 1st house placement. Now, I'm going to use me as an example. I'm an Aries. I don't have Aries in my 1st house because I'm a rising Libra. And then add another plot twist to it. This is why understanding astrology to a certain point, why it's so important. And this is why you guys should understand it. And I'll make another video trying to explain a little bit better. I'm a rising Libra. I'm in the 1st house, but I have mainly, I'm pretty much like 1 foot in each world with almost each house. So, I mean, everybody's going to have a different opinion on this, you know, like especially if you believe in the whole house system. And this is not this. This is, I'm going to mispronounce it. Oh, I don't even want to say it. Pleiadian system? Pleiadius? Whatever. Anyway, you guys know what I'm trying to say. Don't correct me, please, because we all know what I'm trying to say. Starts with a P. Anyway, so what I'm trying to get at here is that you guys, if you're into these types of things, right, and you want to understand how the transits and the cosmos and the planets are going to be affecting you in the sky, you have to understand that you need to be watching your rising sign. Because I'm an Aries, this is not, I mean, technically, no, because I'm breaking it down in my head trying to figure it out, but no. I am is the 1st house, right? Unfortunately, you know, this is not my energy. Scorpio is mainly my 1st house and a little bit of Libra. So it's like I got Venus and Pluto as I am, you know, here to love you, but also, you know, kill things and, you know, recreate things, you know, whatever, doesn't matter. So therefore, Jupiter is going to be hitting my 6th house, believe it or not. I know that's confusing, but I don't have Aries in the 7th house. I don't. I know that sounds a little, if you're going off the whole house system, and again, you guys go off of what you believe intuitively, go off of that. Never listen to people that you're not resonating with. Think for your guys' self. If what I'm saying, like, you're just like, what? Huh? Okay, cool. Go with that. So therefore, Jupiter is entering my 6th house. The 6th house is about your daily routine, how you serve people, how I serve myself. My work schedule, you know, fucking the mundane shit, you know, I don't know. I'm an Aries. I don't like that stuff, but that's, you know, whatever. So I'm going to have luck with that. You know, I'll probably have luck Monday through Friday type of stuff, and I won't feel like it's wah, wah, wah. You know, there's going to be some type of luck there. Okay. Do you understand why it's so important? I'm not saying I'm not going to have luck with I am, but that there's a huge difference between the 1st house and the 6th house. Jupiter will be entering my 6th house. It will not be entering my 1st house. So you guys need to understand the difference. You then need to understand how much of your house is actually in a house. How many degrees is Aries in your 1st house, if that's where you guys are starting? Again, I'm just using this to go over things with you guys. I can break this down in my head, how it's going to affect you guys. And I will make another video, but, you know, you guys, it's very, very important. So if you guys are into horoscopes, right, and you like to read that stuff, you guys should be reading your rising sign, believe it or not. And I know that's like, some people are going to be like, that would change how you've probably been doing it your whole life. So you probably won't listen, but you should, because your planets are starting off with what's here in the 1st house. Your 1st house starts with the rising sign. So hopefully that makes sense. So if your 12th house is sinking into your 1st house, well, baby, I hate to break it to you. You got a bit of your unconscious mind sinking into your 1st. Okay? I mean, it's much more than the unconscious, but. So anyway, now that I went down the rabbit hole, so what I was picking up on was that you guys were manifesting somebody, okay? That you guys were so detailed with this manifestation of somebody that you actually meet this person, right? What I was picking up on was Aries energy, Jupiter energy, and Neptune energy. And I feel like the Neptune energy makes sense because Jupiter was the original ruler of Pisces. And Neptune is the ruler of Pisces, okay? So original rulers of planets still hold true, all right? So, yeah. So what I'm trying to get at is that I think you guys drop somebody and find somebody. But then this part is interesting. This part is interesting. Then I see you guys, there's so much light and I'm seeing a clock and it's like you either meet, it's either one person or two people, and it's like you guys wanting to rush things when it comes to love, but feeling good regardless. So it's like wanting to rush things when it comes to love, feeling good, but possibly having options, because I'm seeing a scale, but it's not a scale of justice, you know, because I know that's your guys' thing. It's more like seesaw energy, back and forth energy. So the seesaw energy is like, do I rush in type of energy, or do I slow down type of energy? So it's either that, or it's, which one do I choose? Who do I choose? Who do I choose? I couldn't tell which one it was. So again, it's the scales are coming in, but it's not the scales of justice. It's either do I slow down? Should I slow down, or do I jump in? Or it's like you have two people and it's like you have to make a decision. And either way, whichever one it is, or both, they both stem from Mercury retrograde, because it's a test from the universe. It's like you're being tested. Either way, there was no bad feelings about it. It's like you're aware. And that's the thing about Mercury retrograde being a test from the universe. It's like as long as you're aware as to what's going down, it's like you just have to slow down. Oh, that's why I caught myself. I'm like, why did that not sound right? You just have to slow down and be aware and just not act on impulse during this time. So that's what I was picking up for you guys, what to expect. And with that being said, I do want to talk about 3 things. So Mercury retrograde, this is happening May 10th through June 3rd, okay? So my advice to you guys is this. This is when things go haywire. This is when legal contracts, this is when you're supposed to cross your T's, dot your I's. Usually people get fucked over during this time frame. Like it's like you shouldn't have signed something, or it's like, you know, you just get screwed over in some type of way. If you have to sign something or you want to sign something, if you want to start doing a new project, a new endeavor, a new partnership, like a business thing, I would advise you guys not to do it. I really would recommend you guys don't do it. I would recommend, if it's that important, you hold off. This ends June 3rd. I know I sound like that person. I'm telling you, if you can hold off, do it. Make whatever excuses you can. Unless, you know, you're that person that when you get the contract from fucking the iPhone, when it updates in the middle of the night and it says, oh, you know, sign your life away. Just, you know, read all these, you know, fucking pages. You know, the things that come up every few months from the iPhone in the middle of the night and says, you know, scroll here, scroll here, scroll here. And it's like 1,000 pages and tells you to sign and date, whatever. I don't know. I'm a little exaggerating, but whatever. You know damn well you don't read that shit. But you know damn well you're signing your life away. And you're just thinking like, okay, nothing's going to happen from this. Okay, that may very well be the case. Okay, it is, we know. But listen, Mercury retrograde is a very tricky energy. So if you don't have to sign something or start something new, I would say play hooky, right? That's the word. I forgot. Also, things you want to say and do, I would hold off or just slow down when you speak, reread text messages, rethink things you want to say and do. Because this really is, in my opinion, just going off of intuition. I really do believe that these are tests from the universe. I believe it's a redo based off of things from the past, where it's like you're being tested again. In fact, I know I saw a video where it's like, you may have said things to yourself like, oh yeah, I would never do this again. I would never say this again. And the universe, you know, picks up on energy, right? Everything's energy at the end of the day. And the universe is like, they said they'd never do it again, huh? All right, throw them the test now. I'm fucking telling you guys, this is how it works. And it's like, it's always when you least expect it. It's random. It's impulsive, because that's when you get tested. It's when you don't expect it. And it's something that's going to make you want to act on impulse. And if you can control yourself, right? How you get gifted is being released from something. So if you could just trust in that, if you can have self-control, you know, you'll be gifted. I promise you guys that on everything. Mercury retrograde is that type of energy where you could be sober, you could feel sober. The thoughts, opinions, the things you want to say and do, you could have already been thinking these things way before Mercury retrograde. And now it's like you're thinking, okay, now's the time to do and say these things. And it's like, it's not. It's just not, but you're going to think and say it anyway. And then after it's said and done, you're going to be like, ah, shit, maybe I shouldn't have said or done those things. That's why I'm just trying to help you guys out here. But, you know, I do believe in our own soul's evolution. So it's like, do what you guys got to do at the end of the day. Venus being in Aries, or Aries and Venus. So sorry, I was thirsty. Okay, so Aries and Venus. How's this going to affect you guys? So Aries and Venus is impulsive as fuck, indulgent as fuck, knowing what we want, because I'm an Aries. I love this energy just because, you know, I'm an Aries. No, I'm just kidding. I just like to get people to hate our sign a little more. I don't know. It's just fun, I guess, because I feel like, how could people hate us? So anyway, Venus and Aries. Why do I keep saying that? Aries and Venus. Honestly, so the thing is, you guys, if you guys are starting off in the first house, right? If you guys are rising Libra, and if you guys have a majority of your houses, you know, let's just say this. If you guys have Aries in the 7th house, right? Then this is up your fucking alley. This is what you guys are attracted to. You guys are going to love it. And honestly, this is what I channeled for you guys. I feel like you guys are going to be at home here. I feel like you guys are going to be feeling good. I feel like you guys are going to be feeling like anything is possible. And see, that's what I love about Aries and Venus energy is that I feel like we're always saying as adults, like to kids, like, no, you don't want to grow up. Trust me, right? I feel like there's something to that with the Aries and Venus energy, is like, we have this childish energy about us. And I'm saying it in a positive way, not when we're acting like assholes. Like, we have this energy that's just like, what is the word I'm looking for? It's contagious, where it's just like, it's truly why we are the magicians, because we believe anything is possible. And the truth is because it is. And most people, when they grow up, they kind of lose touch with this. Lose touch with this? What? Wait, hold on. They lose touch with this. Oh my God. They get out of touch with this. Okay. Anyway, we don't. We stay with this energy. At least this part of us does. And we carry this, especially more so in our relationships, because we feel so alive when we're in a relationship. And it's like our partners, whoever we're with, loves this about us when they still love us. So before this becomes an unattractive trait about us, we can go to Disneyland. So anyway, yeah, so there's just something very positive and uplifting about this energy, where it's just like, we're just down for anything. It's exciting. You just feel kind of in control of your own life, because there's something positive and uplifting when you feel like you know what you want out of life, or even love. And that's what I was picking up on with you guys. It's like you guys are manifesting this person or an energy, or at least it's kind of like when you, it's kind of like this. It's kind of like when you create a pros and cons list for the things you want and don't want moving forward with people, right? It's like, I used to do this when I got to that point with guys where I'm like, you know what? Moving forward, this is what I will not be tolerating. And but you know what? That is so Aries, because it's like, we know what the fuck we want and we know what we don't want. And there's something about that energy that guys like. Guys like when you know where you want to go out to eat at night. They don't like when you're like, I don't care. What do you want to eat? I don't care. What do you want to do tonight? You know, and I get the energy of how we don't like that when they haven't already chosen for us. Like, why didn't you choose, Greg? Like, why didn't you fucking choose? Why didn't you do your due diligence and fucking choose? You know, that would have been really fucking hot. Oh, shit. But, you know, they don't. So, anyway. All right. So, anyway, here we go. Pisces in Mars. How's this going to affect you guys? Well, really good. And here's why. Same energy. Because there's something about, you know, I've said this before in other videos where it's like we attract what we are, you know, and I've had this conversation with people and nobody seems to fucking agree with me. So I'm going to assume you guys don't agree with me either, that opposites don't attract. Now, what I mean by that is, you know, obviously if you guys are, you know, gay, then that's, you know, obviously apply common sense here. But I'm talking about like, you are my shadow, you are my light. Like, that's what's going on in a natal chart, okay? So the rising sign, the ascendant and the descendant is here, right? Here's the line, ascendant, descendant. This is I don't want to call it darkness because it's not, but I'm just trying to give you guys a visual. And ascendant is light. This is the rising sign. This is why people who don't really I don't want to say that don't get astrology because it's not like that, but again, just trying to give you an idea here. Ascendant, the rising, aka the rising sign, is considered to be the mask, right? So I'm you guys, a Libra, the rising Libra. So people think I'm fake, right? Because they don't realize that over here, when they begin to get to know me, they'll see my fire, you know, my darkness, whatever, fuck them. I'm a fire sign. I'm not Venus, but you know, they meet the planet Venus. So this is my light. So therefore they're meeting my Venus. They're meeting my Venus. And then when they get to know me, they meet my Mars, okay? So it's like you attract people that you are. We're always attracting people that we are. And it's like we don't accept that until we're beginning our evolution evolution. Otherwise, it's just denial, denial, denial. And I'm not saying it's completely a complete and total mirror, but there are mirror-like traits. But we like to deny it, not even like to deny it. It's just kind of hard to accept it or fully see it until we take the time to see it. To take the time to see it would mean to sit down and actually do the work, to be alone and actually do the work. And that's hard for some of us, right? So it's like, you are my shadow, you are my light. This is that. This is who we are. I am. Over here is relationships, partnerships, marriage. So my point is that let's just say you guys are over here, Libra energy, Venus. Over here is Mars. So Pisces is in Mars. Now, Mars, Aries rules Mars, okay? I feel like it's going to be affecting you guys how it's affecting Aries people. I think you guys are going to be fine. I don't see, I think a lot of other signs are going to be tripping out, to be honest with you. Because here's the thing about Pisces being in Mars, it doesn't belong. And if you guys have Pisces in Mars in general in your natal chart, then apply common fucking sense. It's like that is natural to you guys. This you like, that's home for you guys. You guys know how to operate this sign. Okay, this goes for all signs. If you guys have Pisces and Mars, you're at home. But in the cosmos, in the stars, like, does Pisces belong in Mars? Fuck no. Mars is war. It's so much more than that. But if we're being real here, Mars is the ruler of Aries. Mars was the original ruler of Scorpio. And now, you know, let's just say Mars is the god of war. Let's just look at it that way. So Mars is, you know, leading us into war. And Mars is looking for the next runner-up. And he sees Pisces, the fish. What do you think Mars is gonna? Mars is gonna be like, this guy? You're giving me this guy? I gotta throw this guy. That's what I'm trying to say. So so far from what I've channeled, the other signs, it's kind of like, so if Mars is about action and moving, those other signs are going to be feeling this move. You got to move, 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 move. Are you moving? Hello, hello, hello. And because it's Pisces that they're moving, Pisces is like, I'm moving, okay? I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm just, figuring out where to go, Mars. That's kind of like the energy. I'm not saying they're crying. Maybe they are. I don't know. But they're not sure. They're not sure. Okay. But now that I think of it, I forgot. This astrologer did say this, that Pisces rules the feet. And I forgot. I do see feet every time I see Pisces, which makes sense because not to step on anybody's toes, but that was terrible. But Pisces is supposed to be, it's the 12th house. It's the unconscious, the subconscious, and also the conscious, whatever. Anyway, this is supposed to be God, is what I'm trying to get at. A Christ consciousness. Pisces energy. You guys can look into that on your own. But this is why it's the feet. Because Jesus, he's walking. Anyway, I don't feel like getting into it. But so with that being said, you guys are going to be A-okay. You guys are going to be feeling it like Aries, honestly. That's how I interpret it. I feel like you guys are going to be doing good in May. Because, Venus is your ruler. So, just looking at this. Jupiter will be entering Aries. Your guys' Aries is in the 7th house. Marriage, partnerships, relationships. And I feel like that's why you guys are feeling it so well. Let alone Jupiter is entering Aries. This is expanding in that area for you. Neptune. I'm not sure where Neptune is going, but now this is making sense why I was picking up on Neptune energy as well. I'm just looking. Anything else? Wanting to rush things when it comes to love. Rush. Well, Uranus being in Taurus shakes things up, but this would be in your guys's 8th house. 8th, yes. No, there's a lot of light. So the sun. Oh, the sun. Yeah, it could be that. Rush energy. Oh, wait. Did I talk about how I didn't actually, I'm sorry, wait. I didn't talk about how I channeled Pisces being in Mars, how it's going to affect you. Listening. You guys will, yes, here it is. Jupiter, Neptune energy is what I was picking up. Oh, no, sorry. You guys will be listening to your intuition and acting based off of your intuition. So, and that's because of Neptune being there. Got it. That makes sense. And hold on. Pisces is in the 6th house. How you serve your daily life, community, daily routine. Okay. All right, guys, I hope that made sense. I hope that resonated with you. And sorry for the random tangents, whatever. And I'll go do the tarot reading right now. All right, bye.